Hello anyone, everyone, and no one. Welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock. And today is episode 28, and today I feel a little motivated to work inside the base here. The previous episode, Foxy and I made the ice farm over there. Now, of course, it's literally just been one day since we made that, so not much in the way of ice other than what already acquired from the other day. And of course, no decorations yet for the ice farm and no ice shop yet. That may be something to come here in the future. But got up early this morning, did some video editing, logged in here, and I've been sitting here looking. Now, I love how this base has been turning out, but I am fearful that it's going to start getting too busy. Because there's a lot going on this side at the moment. Now, I've been looking and I've been debating and I've been thinking, and I think I want to make a few changes this morning to stuff that we've already done in here. Like last episode, I showed you at the beginning how I started working on these floating islands. Now, the more I look at this, the more I don't like them as floating islands. I actually think they should be netherrack structures, maybe pillars going up to hold it. Because I wanted to do, like, the bridges were being suspended from the roof, but nothing worked. Nothing worked. No matter what I tried to do, I couldn't make it work. I tried to use grindstones, I tried to use chains, I tried to use even the silly vine-looking things to give it that look, and nothing worked. Nothing worked at all. So I think we're going to try to change these over to pillars, which is going to be interesting. And then on top of that, I've been doing more debating. Let's please not land in the lava. You know, we've got multiple types of trees in here. We've got these mushroom trees, which I absolutely love. We got these basalt ones that I started with. The more I look at these basalt ones that I started with, the more, honestly, I don't like them. I don't like them at this stage. They blend too much. They don't pop. The white ones give a nice contrast, in my opinion, against all the red and everything. But those, they just don't seem to add to it. Like that one right there, it just looks like a blob of bleh over there. So I think, first things first this morning, we're going to tear that one out. We're going to tear that one out. We're probably going to tear that one out too. And then we're going to see if we can turn these, instead of into islands, into pillars. And by tearing this one out over here, we're probably going to have to move that lava blade. Ooh, we may not be able to. There is a beacon hidden under that one. Because what I would like to do is I would like for all these bridges to connect up and serve a purpose. So we're going to need like an exit ramp down to the main floor. And over there, I want to kind of put a house floating up there in the air that is going to be suspended or extending out from the netherrack. So I think that's what I want to do first today. I think I want to do a little bit of experimenting with the base and see if we can change things up. Because right now, I don't hate it. I do love what's been done, but I feel like it's missing some potential. You know what I mean? I feel like just a few things are off. So let's see if we can correct that and see if we can get it back within line of what I kind of want from this place. I'll be right back. And one tree is gone. Another tree is gone. And you can't see it, but that tree over there is gone too. And I've now changed that island into a pillar. And after walking away from my computer for a few minutes and coming back and taking a look at it now, I think I like it. Now, I've been experimenting with adding soul sand in on the sides because I have soul sand scattered around with netherwort growing on it. Not sewed on it. Not sewed on it at all. You know, maybe we can find another red block that can mix in with this. I mean, as far as choices go, we don't really have that many aside from maybe red concrete powder, red nether brick. I'm not sold that either of those would work in this situation. Hi. Why we disconnect? Hello. We were trying to play Minecraft there. Just saying. Well, just talk about timing. There. Yes, as I was saying here, I like it. It's turned out good. As I said, I was playing around with the soul sand there, not sewed on yet. Not sure what other red blocks we could go with. I'm not doing the crimson. The only way that I'll end up doing the crimson is if I change the texture pack on it. It's too pink. It just doesn't belong, in my opinion. Like, I don't even like it over here. I'll probably, now that I really think about it, end up swapping all this crimson out for red nether brick, and probably end up eventually carrying that blue pattern over onto this side. But I think we're going to continue on with this. I am liking this. I would like to take and connect a bridge from there to potentially over there somewhere, and kind of put an exit, because eventually this whole island's going to be covered over, and that eventually is going to have a giant gate on it. And as I said earlier, I want to pull that down. I want to have a pathway down, and I'm not sure on that. And actually, another thing that I'm really not sure on or sold on anymore is, let's not fly into the lava there, please. Let's land. Thank you very much. Is this island in the middle? I think we may just make this bridge and do away with that, because it would stand to reason that the bridge would sag going between the two islands. Granted, the swaying bridge going from side to side is different, but I don't think it would look right to put another one of those right there so close to that one. And plus, truth be told, I spent way too much time putting that lava in. I spent way too much time putting that lava in to just remove it. So yeah, there may be quite a few changes, because I don't like that. I don't like that. I think we're going to replace that with this bridge. I think we're going to rip that island completely down and build it up from the get-go like this over there. So yeah, let's get to that. Let's see if we can get this archway bridge in, get that tore out, and see if we can make this all blend together a little bit better. I am starting to have a new found loveness for chains. Chains with lanterns on them on these bridges just look so good. I absolutely love them. And as you can see here, we now have a exit bridge coming off of that pillar over there, leading into, well, whatever in the world you want to call that. And I don't know what it is about these bridges. I cannot get enough of these here lately. Every one of these things, it's like learning something new for me, and I absolutely love them. Ended up going with a hook bridge here, getting it all changed up. I don't remember if I changed up the lanterns and the lighting beforehand, but I absolutely love the change of it. Now, of course, if we come over to this side over here, we've got an archway going down here. Love this too. Ended up mixing in a bunch of basalt here on the sides, and we're going to just fall in there and pretend that that didn't happen. And it's getting there. It's really, I was just sitting here looking at this. It's really void over there. It's really dark. And then there's color issues with that. And I guess that's because we haven't mixed nothing in. You know, on this one, we got the hanging vines on it. We got the red netherwart mixed in with it. And I'm not sure if we should go red with this one or if we should go blue, considering it is in the blue biome. Now, as you can see from the few trapdoors where we've got a few shroom lights hit, I went red by default. And I'm really torn on that. But it is coming together. It is coming together. These bridges, these archways, I don't know what it is about them. I am having so much fun with them. But I think we need to do a little bit more modifying here. We need to swap out how the entrance lanterns begin up here. We need to try to come up with an archway exit here. Now, the exit itself, I want it to be light free, if that makes any kind of sense. Like, we'll get something set up here, but then this is all going to span outward and over. So landing inside, you would come through a tunnel before you would get in here. That way we don't have no light bleed through. I guess really it ain't that bad. It's not that much light, but at the same time I don't want it. Now, if anybody's worried about the fact that we're going to end up blocking some of that farm, it's irrelevant. I've got so much food right now that I probably won't need to ever even run this thing again viably till not even this whole season. There's shulker boxes upon shulker boxes upon shulker boxes of beef and leather down there. As a matter of fact, there's not even a minecart on there collecting the system. It hasn't even been on there for like 2 months now. it despawned. I was like, I'll get back around to that, and yeah, it never happened. Now, another thing that would be potentially nice to do, which I don't think it's really going to be possible, is our main storage area is right here. It would be nice if we had a little path that ran along here and then ran up into an archway bridge that led us up there. I just don't physically see how I can put that in here. It would take up tons upon tons of room. But then again, the Nether is not necessarily a void, vast emptiness of nothing, you know? It is filled up pretty much to the brim. So that's something to consider, So next, let's get that switched out a little bit more. Let's see if we can get an archway set up there, a bridge leading out, and potentially I have some plans over there. I have some plans, and we'll see if we can work those in. Just a few details, just a few blocks, a little bit of nether wart. God, that makes it look so much better. So much better. And you know what? I'm about tired of all this magma here. This magma is getting about on my last nerve. I am constantly running into that. No matter what I do, I'm hitting the magma here. Why? Why is there so much magma? I don't get it. It doesn't, I don't think it blends in at all with it no more. I think at one point, this is where we have one of those giant burnt 2x2 spruce trees. I think, and I think that's how that got left over there, because there's no other reason for the basalt here. None. I can't justify no reason that we still have basalt here. And do we have? Yes, we do. Grab that. Go ahead and get that knocked out of there. Get you knocked out of there. You. I don't want you there. Here, we'll do a little bit of nether wart. I think that's a little bit nether wart overkill now. That's fine. That's fine. I think this is just about situated out now. That one looks good from here. This one looks good. You know, earlier I wasn't entirely sold on the soul sand mixed in, but I think it's growing on me. I think it's growing on me over there. You know, I think it's growing. So why don't we mix in a little bit of that over here as well? And then let's go tackle that entrance. Let's go tackle that and see if we can get something situated out with that. And yes, I have been a sidetrack to say the least. We now have, leading up roughly from our storage area there, a new pathway. A new pathway up that I did not think would connect, which connects up to this up here, which has turned out really, really nice. But there's been some changes. There's been some changes, as you may or may not have noticed. There hasn't been a video in a bit, and that is because I hit the wall. I hit the wall, I hit the burnout wall, and I had to take just a little bit of time off there. A little bit of time off there. No recording, no Minecraft, just chilling. Just chilling. So, a couple days ago, we got back on here and we started grinding once again. And I know we said that we were going to get this entrance in, which I'm actually feeling motivated to do now. You know, we got that nice bridge over there. We got this all connected up here. Why not get this connected up and lead up to the surface up here? But, as you may or may not have already noticed, there's been some major progress done. The last couple of days, I have went grindy. And as you can see here, yes, the netherrack mountain around this place has now all been placed. If we fly up here and take a look on the surface up here, all the way around the island now. All the way around the island, the nether has exploded up from the ocean and is now taking shape. Now, of course, there's a ton of detail work that's got to be done here still. A ton. And we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it in time. But I actually got remotivated. Now, what made me get remotivated was this over here. I've been placing so much nether related materials that it's just, I've reached the nether breaking point. It's this right here. Finally come up with an idea of what to do on top here. So as you can see here, I've started grassing out the area up here. And if we take a look from the side, yes, it looks like that when the nether exploded up, it's just going to push the land masses that were here on up to the top. So I'm thinking we're going to do some builds up here. I'm thinking we're going to get a castle going up here. Now, originally, I was going to go with a castle theme. that this was going to be another fortress that sprang up out of the ocean, and it was going to be defended by piglins and giant ballistas and everything like that. But I don't necessarily want that to be up here. Now, it's still going to kind of take the same path, I guess you could say, in a sense, because let's just say the inhabitants of whatever gets built up here got taken over by the exploding of the nether into the overworld. So, I think we're going to build some ruined castles up here. I think we're going to get a village city going up here because, let's face it, we need some villager trades because I need a lot of quartz for stuff down there. I need a lot of vines to do mossy cobblestone all around this place. But yes, I know there's been a little bit of time off. There's been a break in videos. And honestly, this one still may be a few days out. It may be a few days out because, well, editing, and I'm motivated. I'm motivated. And I think one of the first things that I'm motivated to get done now is let's go ahead and get this all covered, at least in dirt. Now, the sides here, we're going to need a ton of vines for, so we may not get to that right now. I don't know. I've got to get a bunch of enchanted shears, because doing this with a pickaxe is just, it's very grindy. It's really sad that we do not have an automated vine farm. I mean, really, we can use shears and dispensers on sheep, but really, we can't use them on vines? Come on, Mojang, give us that one. That one would be a good one. So yes, let's actually now genuinely get this pathway brought up in here. We may go ahead and see if we can get this inside decorated out a little bit, and maybe, just maybe, go ahead and get this all capped in dirt. The sides, they're going to take a bit more time, because if we look over here, I've got a mixture going on of grass, gravel, cobble, but I want mossy cobble mixed in with it. And to get mossy cobble, we've got to AFK for vines, or have just 8 million of them growing at once, which, it is what it is. So yes, let's get some more forward progress going, shall we? I know these things are around here somewhere. I know they're around here somewhere. I wanted to show you all this. Where did I put my shears? There we go. There we go. So, ended up making some efficiency 5 shears with mending, and I also got an efficiency 5 netherite hoe. Because what have we all known for years now? Shears are the ways to get vines. It's just the way to get vines. Well, I'll tell you right now, it doesn't quite work as you would expect anymore. It feels like shears have been dumbed down now. If we fly all the way around here and try to avoid the next thing that I want to show after that, shears just they just don't do it no more. Look at this. Look, that's not bad. It's not bad, and as you can see in the top right hand corner up there, we've also got haste at the moment. But it's just it's definitely slow, and shears still break really quick. But if we actually switch over to the hoe, it feels faster. It feels faster. So it's like shears now just do little to nothing. It's very weird. It's very weird. I expected shears to still be useful, but I'm not going to complain because it does give the hoe a good use there. And, well, I guess this is the way we're going to get our vines. This is the way we're going to get our vines from now on, which I'm fine with that. It's just you kind of would like the haste to effect to get it efficiently. So, aside from vines, what was supposed to be a simple little walkway up the side of the mountain here has become something complex. And I absolutely love this from an aerial view here. It almost looks like a seashell coming up out of here. I've dumped a lot of time into this. This is why there's such delays in some of my videos sometimes. I like to do big progress updates, sweeping updates, not just, hey, I'm going to do something little and then come back. I get into things that are time consuming. And trust me, the amount of basalt that has been placed here has been very time consuming. But I absolutely love it. Love it. As you can see here on the edge of the mountain here, I was experimenting and I did what I was going to do on the outside there, on the inside. And then, of course, the wraparound bridge in here with the basalt hanging down. This was not what I had pictured at first. I just thought there was going to be a basalt kind of walkway just along the edge. But as I started placing it in, it just did not fit right. It did not fit right. It did not look right. And now, yeah, this I absolutely love. It's turned out amazing. Now, I still got to do some work down here. This farm down here, this mushroom farm that we built early on, at this point, it's kind of redundant and it's kind of trivial. I could rip this thing out and we could rebuild one of these anywhere on the island. But we've already got a collection system in place if we want to keep it. So I'm thinking that this is going to stay. I'm thinking that this right here is going to stay. We're going to attempt to glass this over a few blocks up above that, and then potentially covered in lava, because it should, I say should, still work. Because technically it'd still have access to sky, the lava is technically transparent. I don't know, I think it'll work, but that is not what we're going to be getting into. And as a matter of fact, I don't think we're going to get much into anything else on this video. I've got a lot of things that I need to do. As you can see here, I've started placing grass all the way across here. Added in another massive section of it over here. But we need to gather up a lot of materials. Just to do the side of this mountain here, I'm going to need probably another 8 to 10 shulker boxes of dirt. I'm going to need coarse dirt, cobble, vines, and everything. So I think that's where we're going to wrap this video here. I think that's where we're going to wrap this one, and then we'll jump directly into the next one, you know, because, well, you know, I can't do it all in one video. I mean, if I did, I'd never have a video coming out. So I think that right there is just about where I'm going to wrap up this episode. Sorry for the delays, but hey, you all know what it's like. I'm sure every one of you all have experienced it at one point or another, where it's just like, hey, I need a break for a bit. I need a break. And that's what happened with me. So I do want to say thank you all. I want to say thank you all. You're all amazing, great people. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to drop a like. If you'd like to see more, please consider subscribing, and I will catch all of you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.